The Soldiers Come, 1914. The first time, they were young men, soldiers in gray uniforms, boots caked in mud and blood. They stumbled into the clearing at dusk, their faces hollow, their eyes glossy with exhaustion. The tree felt their hearts hammering in their chests, the memories that clung to them like rot. Friends screaming in trenches, gas burning lungs, orders barked by men who never held rifles themselves. They were deserters. "This is far enough," one said, collapsing at the roots. "No one will find us here." But the tree found them. It reached into their minds like roots through soft soil. One dreamed of home, a farmhouse on a sunny hill, his mother waving from the door. But then the dream soured. The tree twisted it. The hill burned. His mother screamed. Her skin peeled away like bark. The man woke screaming. The others tried to calm him, but then they saw it too, as in the tree's trunk, blinking, watching. The branches groaned above them. "This isn't right," another soldier whispered. "This place, it's wrong." By dawn, only one remained. He was found hanging from a noose made of vines. His eyes were black pits. His lips were cracked. And when the wind blew, it carried a whisper through the forest. "Feed me." Waxing crescent moon, the Black Forest Massacre. 1943. Decades later, the war came again. This time, boots stamped the earth in rigid formation. Helmets gleamed under pale moonlight. A German officer set up camp in the clearing. His men dug shallow trenches near the tree's roots. They laughed, drank, sang songs. But the tree felt their darkness, the officer's pride, the soldier's secret shame over a girl left screaming in an alley, the hunger in all of them to survive, no matter how many others had to die for it. That night, as frost crept across the forest floor, the tree moved. Its roots slithered under tents. Its branches curled inward like claws. The first scream tore through the night when a sentry vanished into the ground. The others awoke to see shadows moving, not men, but faces. One soldier fired his rifle into the branches. Something wet splattered his cheek. He wiped it and saw red on his hand. "You shouldn't have come here," a voice hissed from the trunk. By dawn, the camp was silent. Crows circled above. Only scraps of uniforms and twisted rifles remained near the roots. The tree felt full for the first time in decades. Waning crescent moon, dreams of blood. By the 1960s, people had forgotten the wars.
But the tree had not. It had learned to send dreams now. At night, hikers in the forest felt an unseen pull toward the clearing. Some woke beneath the branches, unable to remember how they arrived. A woman saw her dead father standing beside the trunk, his eyes hollow. He whispered her sins back to her, one by one. A man saw his own corpse tangled in roots, worms crawling from his mouth. Most ran screaming into the dark. Some never ran at all. Candle, the forest is forbidden. 1997. By the end of the century, the villagers no longer spoke of the tree. They warned their children not to wander too far into the forest. But children are curious. 3 teenagers came one autumn night. They carved their initials into the bark, laughing. The tree felt the knife. It felt the blood when one of them cut his hand. It tasted it, and it whispered to him, "I know what you did." The boy froze, his laughter caught in his throat. The others turned to him, confused, but he was already gone, roots coiling around his ankles, dragging him down into the earth. When his friends ran screaming, the tree sighed through its leaves. One is enough for now. High voltage, the tree waits. It has many names now: the hanging tree, the whisper wood, the devil's root. but it calls itself nothing. It doesn't need a name. It only waits because it knows you will come. You always do, and it will be hungry. Part 4. The Present. The tree had learned patience. It no longer relied on rope and fire to feed. Now it used voices, dreams, memories. It could reach into fragile minds like wind through thin curtains. It didn't matter if people feared it or forgot it. All roads led back to the clearing, and all hearts hid secrets. Candle, the arrival. They came in the spring, 5 of them, young, curious, armed with cameras and flashlights. A project, they called it, a documentary about forgotten folklore. The tree could feel their excitement like static in the air. It felt their fear, too, though they tried to bury it under jokes and bravado. "It's just a tree," said Mark, the tall one, laughing as he shoved through undergrowth. But his laughter was hollow. "Feels wrong," whispered Lena. She kept looking over her shoulder. The tree heard them. They heard everything. Their hearts, their sins, their little betrayals. The first night, they set up camp near the roots, built a small fire. The tree waited. When night fell, it sent whispers through the leaves, faint, almost gentle. "Why are you here? Do you think you're safe?" Lena turned her head sharply. "Did you hear that?" The others laughed, but in their minds the tree saw flickers of doubt. The games begin. That night, Mark dreamed. He was back in his childhood bedroom, but the walls bled. The air stank of rot, and in the corner, the tree waited. Its bark twisted into a grin. "You let him drown," it whispered. "You watched and did nothing." Mark woke screaming, sweat soaking his clothes. "Bad dream," he muttered. But the tree knew it was not a dream. One by one, the next day, Lena wandered too close to the roots. She heard her mother's voice calling her name. "Lena, please help me." Her mother had been dead for 6 years. Roots curled around Lena's ankle. She didn't even scream. The others searched for her for hours, but found only her scarf snagged on a knot of bark. The tree pulsed with satisfaction. 1. The breaking point. By the 3rd night, only 2 remained. The tree was in their minds now, fully, deeply. It showed them visions of fire, hanging bodies. It replayed their darkest secrets like a song on repeat. One of them fell to his knees, sobbing. "What do you want?" "I want you to stay," the tree said softly. "I want you to feed me." The final choice. The last survivor, a girl with bright eyes and trembling hands, ran. Branches clawed at her skin. Roots rose to trip her, but somehow she stumbled out of the clearing and into the open forest. The tree sighed. "Another will come," it murmured. "They always do." And it waited, always waiting. Part 5. The finale. I have waited centuries, millennia. Through every storm, every bloody dawn, I have waited. The souls I fed on, they are the marrow in my roots, the sap that courses through my veins. But now the hunger is greater. Now I am ready for my last offering. The forest grows still as a breath held too long. A family walks beneath my branches, eyes bright with hope, hearts beating with dreams of a new beginning. They do not see me. They do not hear the whispers curling in the shadows. The child is the first to come near, curious, fearless, a flame flickering against the dark. I show her the memories woven into my bark, the centuries of pain, the echoes of agony. I am not evil. I am the keeper of what you refuse to remember. The last breath, the first scream, the sins you buried deep inside. Do you want me to continue writing the full part 5 here in this chat, or should I prepare the entire section and send it as a file? Also, do you want me to embed suggestions for sound and visuals in the text? Ready to go all in?